And that's what's happened today in Seattle. So the first legal challenge to Donald Trump's attempts to end birthright citizenship. The judge who sat on this case, brought by 4 states, said it was a blatant, flagrant breach of the Constitution, Amendment 14.
Well, yeah, I mean, I almost think that flagrant might actually be the right word because it's that bad, that egregious. I mean, I think that, but I think that's the point that Trump is really. I mean, I think a good question if you're trying to understand Donald Trump's behavior is what does he think he can get away with, and he's trying to get away with as much as he can, and I think that Trump is taking a interesting new approach to the Constitution, which is to say, I decide what it says.
Can I put it? I think we've got it on the screen. Let's just put it up. It says, all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which will abridge those privileges or immunities of citizens in the United States. I mean, it is a blatant overriding of the Constitution.
It has always widely been considered as such. However, here's the tricky part. It's that language in the middle, and subject to the jurisdiction thereof. The executive order is going to say that only covers a person born here if at least one parent is a legal resident or a citizen. And believe it or not, even though this has been around since 1865, the Supreme Court has never actually ruled on the depth and the breadth of birthright citizenship under the 14th Amendment. Now, clearly, Donald Trump, he knew his executive order was going to be stayed. He is playing for a fight here.
So he's going all the way.
But why is he playing for a fight?
Can I actually add something to that? Because as far as I know, this executive order is interesting. They could have gone slightly smaller, still totally unconstitutional, but they could have tried and said, we will only say if both parents are unauthorized immigrants, then their kids aren't a citizen. Instead, they actually covered people who are here with legal authorization. The argument that we say, I mean, I'm not a lawyer, but I'm a human. The idea, and I speak the language, the idea that we say, if you come here, we've authorized you to come here, you're under our jurisdiction, and also you're not under our jurisdiction by the Constitution. I mean, it doesn't take a lot of imagination to see why that's a little ridiculous. And I think it's an example of how far they're trying to go. This is not just about undocumented immigrants or unauthorized immigrants. This is about immigrants in general, including, by the way, Donald Trump's father would not have been a citizen under this law. And neither would, I believe, Usha Vance, J.D. Vance's wife.
Or Kamala Harris, for that matter, because her mother was here on a student visa.
Yeah, I don't know that Trump would have minded that one as much, but yeah.
I think Trump supporters would point out, though, that just because that's the way we've treated it since 1865, if my wife and I had a child in England, that child's not a citizen, right? No other country does this. And so what Donald Trump is saying, look, yeah, is he being aggressive? Absolutely. Is he pulling for a fight? Absolutely. But maybe it is time that our Supreme Court actually decide what exactly does this language mean. And maybe it means exactly what it looks like, what it appears to be. But it's time to call exactly what it is.
Much more